We're going to take a quick look at a couple of the questions that we get down to the bottom of the story structure activity. So these are going to be the same questions that you'll see in activity 1, you'll see them in activity 2, and you'll see them probably in activity 3. When we get to the bottom of the first Google form here, the questions are right here, where it says, let's see, question number 1 is fairly obvious when it says complete the following sentence based on your favorite film. Once upon a time. I'm going to use Shrek as my example for you guys. So if we see the statement once upon a time, we would complete that sentence where we would say, once upon a time, there was an ogre named Shrek who lived in the swamp. Pretty easy. We can move on to the next one, and it says finish this sentence. Every day, so we would say, every day, Shrek went about his daily business, living alone, being by himself, essentially terrorizing villagers and being lonely. We get to the third sentence, which is going to be where the inciting incident from the narrative structure comes into play. So you have, until one day, all of the fairy tale creatures in the entire kingdom came to be living in his swamp. Now we get to the next one, and this is the real reason why I wanted to make a video about this. When we get to number 4, it says, because of that. So that one is pretty straightforward. We have, okay, because of that, Shrek then travels to the kingdom of Lord Farquaad to ask him to get the fairy tale creatures out of his swamp. Now the next one says, then because of that. When we're saying then because of that, what I mean is we're talking about him going to see Lord Farquaad at Farquaad's kingdom. So when it says then, because of that, the that in that sentence is referring to number 4 that just happened. Okay. Originally in the questionnaires on here, they just had because of that, because of that, because of that. And I didn't want anyone to get confused. So I wanted to specify here that difference. So number 4, because of that, we would say Shrek then travels to go visit Lord Farquaad and say, hey, get these creatures out of my swamp. Then we get to number 5. Then, because of that, Lord Farquaad issues him a challenge in which he is to go and rescue Princess Fiona. Then we get to number 6. And then, because of that, he and Donkey travel to the castle and rescue the princess and get her freed from the dragon in the tower. Then we get to number 7. It says, until finally, Shrek and Fiona and Donkey arrive back at Lord Farquaad's kingdom. Then, due to a bunch of whole other stuff, I won't spoil the rest of the movie for you if you haven't seen it, Shrek and Fiona end up together. And ever since then, number 8, Shrek and Fiona lived happily ever after. The moral of the story is, don't let talking donkeys live with you. Or people are like onions and they have many layers, and you should not judge a book by its cover either way. One or two of those things. But that's up to you.